I'm Sophie Slemeck and I'm an archive assistant producer. I did a lot of work experience. From that, I got offered a position as the office runner / receptionist at a TV production company. I met loads of different people. I started doing bits and pieces of people's productions. Started to get really interested in the archive part of it. And then I got a researcher role for murder documentaries. Just basically trawling the internet, trying to find stories, reading as many newspapers as I could for the American market. I worked my way up from researcher to assistant producer and then slowly specialising into archive assistant producer. I'm working with producers and the director looking for footage, photographs, maps, anything you've seen that's not been filmed by the documentary. As well as finding the archive, I'm also creating a system where we can add it to our edit. So I'm working quite closely with the editors. An editor can suddenly have a hole and he's like, I need a hot air balloon here, but I've got to find one that's in budget, looks good, and hasn't been seen a million times before. My writing's been used in several reenactments of serial killers.
Really?
Yes. If I'm doing something about the 2000s, YouTube's a great resource. But if I'm doing something about the 70s, it's definitely talking to people and seeing what collections they have. It's a lot of communicating with people. It's a lot of building relationships. It's not just behind a computer. You're also trying to balance budgets because archive can be really expensive. So if you need something for this much, you need to balance out somewhere else. If you just have a general curiosity and want to learn, you'll be all right without film school.
Hi, I'm Cameron and I'm a virtual production supervisor. Companies were having advertisements for Unreal Engine, which is the software I use to make games. I was an artist for a little bit, and then it was the engine operator. And then it went on to lead engine operator, and then eventually virtual production supervisor. When they come to us, it's our job to make sure all the content they're having on the screen looks good. You have to create the scene. I do a lot of drama, car shoots, car advertisements. I'm talking to the director, DOP, make sure that I understand what they want to achieve, and then I'm replicating it on the volume so that they can see their vision come to light. Obviously, you're not going to know every piece of software you need to know. So I guess it's just how adaptable you are to learning multiple softwares and learning multiple workflows. You also have to be pretty good at talking to people and be a good people person, make people feel comfortable with this potentially new technology. I had a day job and stuff before this, and I was just making a lot of stuff in my free time. I went from never stepping foot on a set to having a rather important role